going, everybody? Welcome back to Campfire Stories Lancashire, Bigfoots and Boggarts. I'm back on my beautiful grain road, and it's wild camping time once again. It's a very special one for me, this, because I'm 30 tomorrow. 30 years old. We'll have a little chat about that later on, because I sometimes amaze myself that I've actually got to 30 with all, dangerous situations I put myself in, my recreational activities, shall we say. Yeah, can't believe it. I can, but I'm here. I'm doing a birthday wild camp, and I'm just hiking in now. Coming a bit of a covert way because I've got a massive sack of Kindle with me for tonight. I don't really want to be like mooping around Grain Road Reservoir and people, oh, what's he doing, kind of thing. So I'm coming in a bit of a covert way to avoid attention, so I need to concentrate and navigate, because we all know my sense of direction ain't great. But yeah, I'm going up to my very first place I ever pitched, because it's kind of like a 12-month, almost 12-month anniversary since I started wild camping. I thought, way better and more fitting for my 30th birthday than to go camping there, so that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to stick around, see what I get up to on this latest adventure, please do. All moved in now at night. Very happy with that pitch, actually. Nice soft ground up here, so should get a comfy night's sleep, I would have thought. But this probably will be, for a while anyway, the last solo trip I have the Vanguard Nova 200 out for. Nah, she won't be being put out to pasture. She'll be another backup tent, because obviously with it being my birthday tomorrow, the family have all clumped together and going to put money towards the tent I've wanted now for quite a long time, the Lanshan Pro 2, which is, the Rolls Royce of the two-person tent world. Very much looking forward to getting that little bad boy out when I eventually get it. So yeah, it'll be, I won't see much more at Van going over 200 for a little while, because probably my next wild camp after this I'll have the Lanchan out. So yeah, happy days. So the plan today, Biggles and Boggles, I'm doing a bit of a circular tour around the Graham Road Valley. Pitched up, I've just gone through all the moorland and heathland on that side, and I'm doing alright for wildlife actually so far. I've seen a deer and I more or less stepped on a little field mouse, just ran into a sod. So yeah, cool, happy days. Start as we mean to go on and all that jazz. So yeah, I've come back around on the circular tour and I'm just about to enter the Forbidden Forest. But yeah, today is really absolute ideal weather for camping, for wild camping, because you know we've had a few dry nights. So when I was doing a bit of a, I wasn't even really scatter. See, that's what I'm talking about. Going through moorlands, all fun and games, but walking through these sods and stuff like that, it's tough going. You know, one wrong step, you go forward and your ankle goes the other way. Broken ankle, bigs and bogs. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into the forest and some flat ground. But yeah, we've had a few dry nights here in Lancashire. So all the, you know, deadfall and shit like that dries out. So I've got my Kindle with me just as my backup, but when it's all gone, obviously Kindle don't really last all right long time. There'll be plenty of deadfall for me to fall back on. Spooky. Oh, it's so quiet. These new forests, especially. Okay, dense it is, man. So yeah, ideal for weather camping, for wild camping. You know, and as well, with it being 27th of March, we'll store our blessings to all my wonderful spiritual and witchy friends out there. We're officially in spring now. Clocks went forward 2 days ago, so tonight I'll actually be able to have my tea outside as opposed to having to in my tent in pitch black at bloody 5:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what this trip brings. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just traversing through this forest at the minute, and it'll bring me back out over the top of the ravine where my regular pitch is whenever I come to Graham Road. So I'll go there, ooh, and then I'll head down to the reservoir, have a bit of dinner, have a brew, and then I'm going to head up onto the tops and go for a wild swim. Got some very exciting trips coming up over the next 2 months actually. I've joined like a hikers group, would you believe it? I'm the Blackburn Bigfoot, but and 99% of the time I ride solo, but yeah, a mutual friend of mine who I'm actually through April at one point meant to be going on a wild camp with, has hooked me up with this hiker society, and this Saturday coming, so the 1st of April, I'm not going to get the pronunciation of this right, but here we go anyway. I'm going up a very, very high mountain in Lake District called Helvellyn. Cue laughter in the comments section over Oliver's dreadful pronunciation. Yeah, going up hiking Helvellyn or whatever the bloody hell it's called. And there's a few of us going, really looking forward to it. And yeah, my friend who sort of linked me up with them. She's called Amy, shout out Amy, who at some point I think you'll be seeing her on this channel when we go for a wild camp in middle of April. She's very into her mountain hiking, but she's never been wild camping before, so she was like, "Wag, British Blackburn Bigfoot, can I come wild camping with you?" I was like, "Of course you can." So yeah, that's probably when you'll next see van going over 200, because I think it's going to be a separate tent job. So yeah, I've got that, and then blink twice it'll be we will be at the start of May, and I'll be setting off on the Cumbria Way, which is just madness. Quickly time's going yet again, and I'm hoping before that anyway, I'd like to get back to Lakes for another camp in April. I'd like to reattempt what I was going to do 2 weeks ago, and yeah, then at least when the whole point of it is when I eventually come to do the Cumbria Way in May, I'll know some of it. But I'm currently researching, you know, and studying the texts to make sure that I know where I'm going when we get round to it. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Quite a lot of different wild camping, outdoorsy endeavours to look forward to. So I've had my dinner now and a nice brew. I'm just traversing the side of the hill. We're at the top. There's a lovely little pond up there with my name on it. But yeah, when I was down by Res then on the bench, I bumped into somebody that I knew actually, who is a very distinguished gentleman called Alan Slater. Ooh, shout out Alan Slater. Someone that my dad used to work with back in the day when my dad were a paramedic. And yeah, he recognised me actually, you know, because of all my clobber on. It just, once again, furthering the fact that I'm actually just an influencer. But even prior to that, I was sat on this bench and it was dedicated to a young lady called Natalie Doherty. I think that was her surname. You know, she was only 33 when she died, and I was like, man, I'm 30 tomorrow. You know, when I got chatting with Alan, you know, he was telling me that, you know, he lost his son, you know, a couple of years ago, and he was only a bit older than me. You know, and we were obviously people who know me well, who were close with me and my family, know that we lost my little brother when he was a little lad, you know, and I was just like really forlorn and full of thought, and that's why I've been mooching about that life is fleeting, bigs and bogs. We only get one go at this, and you know, even Alan said, you know, people moan about their aches and pains, and some of us don't get the privilege of getting to that age, and I was just like, this is another sign from the gods, from Mother Nature, from Mother Earth, that, you know, this is why I do this stuff. Because nobody knows when the number's going to be up. And I want to get to my deathbed, hopefully a long time from now, look back at my life and think, man, did I have a good time on all these wacky adventures I go on. So, let's lighten the mood, eh? A bit sombre, all this talk of death. I want to give a shout out to my current girlfriend, Marnie Swindles, who just won the latest season of The Apprentice. Yeah, second I laid eyes on you, Marnie, I fell in love with you. You not just, I didn't just pick you because you're fit. I picked you because you were the right candidate to win The Apprentice, and you did. You did us proud. He won last week, I was well happy. So I'm sorry, Alexa Vice, if you're watching, shout out Alexa Vice. You're gonna have to, you know, get back on reserve list, because it's gonna be Marnie who's coming wild camping with me now. And, you know, obviously I'm getting the Lanchan too soon. It's gonna need to be christened, isn't it? So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up for a bit now. Cute geese. They're back. Remember the first time I ever wild camped here? Those geese did not shut up all night. Which, you know, it ain't a bad thing really. It gives you that bit of white noise comfort. But yeah, I imagine tonight, when it's gone dark, it'll be like deja vu from last year. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah, that's enough of that. Oh man. Oh. Fuck that. I'm gonna do like a incantation about Mother Earth and guiding me on my journey to safety, but oh, that's cold. Oh. Oh. Man, that were a fresh one, that. To be expected though, because last time I did a wild swim were nearly 6 months ago. Because obviously I know I'm a bit of a goon, a bit daft, but I'm not totally borderline or stupid. I didn't do any wild swimming through winter. I did last time. It was that very pond actually, the cow pond, the famous cow pond. When I cannonballed into it, that was my last one. Even when on way in this morning, my dad was driving me, I was telling him, I was like, I'm going for a dip today. He was like, you're not. And I was like, I am. And I just did it. In and out. I bottled it at first because obviously it was a bit of a shock to the system, because I've not been in water that cold for quite some time. But then obviously, you know, when my blood must have started flowing to all my organs to warm me up all of a sudden. And then I was like, right, let's get back in. Let's at least do a breaststroke lap. So yeah, have a look at this here. I'm just mooching around through the old quarries. I've been in here before. This this dip in the ground, this bum hole in Mother Earth. Look at that. Me and my friend Luke when we used to come out wild camping together. Obviously we didn't really know what we were doing back then. We used to come in here with metal detectors and, you know, forage for stuff, and we reckoned it were probably like a farmer's dump this at one point. You know, hence the big black tyre in there. There's all sorts of rubbish in there. But particularly interesting to me, because there were a lot of animal bones in there, and a lot of my skulls and teeth and stuff like that that I've got. Various other bits of bones I found in there. So probably animals over time have fallen in there and, you know, died from exposure, I guess. But yeah, look at this, man. Look at it. If you didn't come up onto Grain Road often, you'd never know all this were here. Absolutely beautiful. I should probably do like a camp up there one time, up on tops, if I can be bothered. But yeah, it's about 3 o'clock now. I've just had a look. Well, the sun's going down today. 1936. Booyah! So yeah, I'll be able to actually mooch around my campsite today when I get back. You know, and like I said earlier, eat my tea outside as opposed to being stuck in tent for hours. So yeah, I'm going to crack on, continue on with my hike, get some warmth back into my bones, and I'll check in with you all in a bit. So it's 10 to 7 almost. I've been back at my campsite for a couple of hours, to be fair. Been busy gathering firewood, and you know, I've dug my fire pit for my tent later on. At the minute I'm just chilling by my OG fireplace. I've just got my tea on go and my little fire there. It's slowly breathing to life. Just going to let time and nature do its thing, and it will burst into flames any minute now, hopefully. But yeah, it's been lovely. You know, again, 10 to 7, still pretty bright as out. I mean, the sun's just about setting over yonder, and I, you know, like I said to you earlier, sunsets at 20 to 8 today, so be about 8 o'clock it'll be going dark, which is just perfect really. I'll just chill by my fire pit when I've had my tea and, you know, it's a bit more established. I'll just chill here for a bit and then jump in tent later on. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, while I was mooching about, you know, it was nice just to, I mean, I've got my jacket back on now, but it was nice just to have it off before. Just be mooching about in my hoodie, you know, with my sleeves rolled up, cracking on with my chores. You know, and I'm like, oh, you know, I've missed this. I've missed these types of wild camps where it don't go dark till later, and I can be a bushman, you know what I mean, and forage for wood and, you know, fire material and, you know, digging earth, and it's just, I love it. These are I said it on my last trip, these are my favourite types of wild camps where I can just actually do bushcraft, you know what I mean, as opposed to just being stuck in tent like I've been for once through winter. My little fire pit, she's not having it. I have to tend to her, and I think my tea's nearly ready, so check in with you in a bit. Oh yeah, there's a happy fire. Bigfoots and boggets. Tea has been demolished. 20 past 7, and oh, mate, I'm happy. This is me happy. I am happier than a pig in shit right now. Fire roaring, sun's gently going down, I'm outside, I'm going to give Dad a ring soon, going to crack open a beer soon. Just peace out, innit? What a way to spend the last day of my 20s. When I think back to when I was 20, and I didn't look like this, I were, you know, about 9.5 stone wet through, I were thin man. Saw me before in pond, my beer gut. I didn't have one of them then. I was thin. I was clean shaven. I just had short back and sides. I used to mooch about in hoodies and joggers, trainers. I had a bit of stubble, or a goon really. I had these grand inhibitions that I was going to do a master's degree in herpetology and, you know, pursue that avenue, you know, and obviously I did for a time in my 20s. I managed to keep up a job with animals, a job, you know, in various different areas of that industry up until I was 26, and then obviously I work in care now. I still have obviously my reptiles and stuff. They're still a big part of my life for animals, but you know, as an extension of that, you know, we all know the story. I got into Bigfoot, and then, you know, it's brought me to this bushcraft wild camping journey, and yeah, I've fair to say never been more comfortable in my own skin than what I am right now. I was literally eating a cheesecake with my bare hands the other night at tea time, and obviously my mum was horrified, and my dad's there going, maybe he'll change when he turns 30, and I have no plans of slowing down anytime soon. I'm still a pup anyway, 30 years young, but yeah, it's interesting to ponder what the next 10 years might hold for me, if I make it that far anyway. Goes back to what we were saying earlier, we're not always guaranteed to live long lives, but I for sure, with the time I have, will be living it to the full, going on these mad adventures, and of course taking you guys along with me. Let me fall there. Yeah, I don't really know what much more else there is to say. I really feel like I should say something more poignant, you know, like this is my last vlog of being in my 20s. My next one I'll be 30. That's fucking weird, that. Think of something. Oh, come on. what would Gandalf say, or bloody Aunt Middleton or somebody? I can't think about. I'm just gonna go get pissed. Gonna ring Dad soon, and then crack open the vino and just enjoy my fire. There you are. That's as poignant as I get. When I were 20, I would have tried to have been like this, like right high and mighty, mature young man. You know, and I took myself way too seriously back in those days, and quite literally, I let my hair down at a certain point, and it's brought me to this version of myself. So yeah, man, I'm feeling a bit emotional here. It's a big thing, is this signing off at last time in my 20s, and I didn't expect it to get me like this, really. I thought it would just be another standard day in office, go wild camping. But no, this is, I kind of like don't want to leave you guys, because it means when I click that off record button, I'm only going to be in my 20s for another few hours, and then I'll be 30. Fucking hell. Oh, when I were, my birth, I mean, I don't remember it obviously, but I've been told it were a bit of a pantomime really, because I were a big lad, you know, I were quite a big baby. I was trapped, there was some complications, and, you know, it really was just foreshadowing the man that I've become. My umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, so I was basically hanging myself. You know, and obviously now I have a bullwhip, don't I? And I swing from trees, so it really was foreshadowing that. And yeah, according to my dad, as the tale goes, the consultant came in and he was livid that my mum had an induced birth. You know, he was saying this baby should have been out hours ago. So yeah, quick birth induced later into the world I appeared. 28th of March 1993. Here we are, almost 28th of March 2023. That is mad. Anyway, to be fair, I do need to tend to my fire because it's going down, man. Yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Emosh, man. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I've had a superb wild camp. Great hike, great wild swim, even though I freeze me bloody bollocks off. I've had my tea, I'm chilling by a fire, like up me better really. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Bid you all adieu. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Good night. Morning. Your boy's done it. Got to 30 years old. Another night completed at Wild. 8:10. Slept okay. Which, you know, as I've said it before, it's just the name of the game. Sometimes you sleep like a babe, sometimes you don't when you do this stuff. Oddly enough, I woke up about 1 AM. Dying for a wee, so I decided to get out, answer call of nature. And then I'll be honest with you, excuse me, I was tossing and turning really for the rest of the night. I checked my phone about 4ish, and the next thing I knew, I lifted bandana up, and so I said, I sleep like that. I lifted my bandana up, and it were light, so I must have fallen back asleep at some point. But yeah, I wanted to share in this moment with you all, my loyal 502 subscribers. I think this is a first in the history of Campfire Stories Lancashire, in the history of the Vanguard Norfolk. I wanted to share in with you this moment. The whole idea of today was to wake up on my 30th birthday, serenaded by beautiful views. Just gonna have to put you here for a minute. Oh, that's not bad. Don't know if you could hear the pitter patter of rain on temp. Still, obviously, an absolutely gorgeous view to wake up to. But I checked precipitation a little while ago, and it's to be like 90% precip all day. So I'm gonna get drenched walking back to the cafe to meet Dad. Nice little 2-mile walk in rain. But yeah, I think it's the first in the history of this tent. I don't think she's ever even been touched by rain. Maybe like little spits here and there, but it's been, you know, that noise. It's been doing that for the last 2 hours or so, I'd say. So she's had a good wash. And again, like, you know, no condensation. Usually if a tent gets hit by rain, it gets caught in condensation, which is alright. So yeah, that's, like I say, it's night time done there, and I'm gonna get a brew and go and warm me up before I get packed down and go meet Dad. So see you in a bit. All packed up now, leave no trace, all that jazz. Mad when my back's against the wall, really how quickly I can pack down a campsite. It's 9:15 now, and it's not really like torrential deluge rain. It says Peter Kay would say that drizzly stuff that gets you right wet. Just having to be careful now traversing down this slope, because if I roll too quick I'll break my ankle. It'd be a great way to herald in a new decade, wouldn't it? You know, the only thing that would probably make this birthday any better right now is if I just saw Bigfoot. Oh, see? In distance. Just imagine him stood over that by that tree there, just looking at me. And he'd be like, and I'd be like, hey mate. Oh well. Right, I'm gonna head to the creek to give my face a wash. Keep me hill, man. Because I'm heading to bit and fold, hold and fold, whatever the frigate's called. And obviously the lovely Tilly works there. Shout out Tilly! Oh, look my best for her, obviously. She's not Marnie, but she's a very, very lovely young lady. And we've been going to that cafe for years, and it's my birthday, so I ain't really got an excuse. I need to look presentable, don't I? After a night out sleeping it rough in woods. Catching with you in a bit. Well, that's it now. I'm all serviced up and presentable for my birthday breakfast. Just on my way out now, at the forest, back to Res, and I'll be up to the main road to meet Paps. I reckon I'll probably see him along the way. But yeah, absolutely wonderful wild camp. I'm not even asked that it's raining. This adds to the flavour of the experience, really, because again, I want to be able to tell people, you know, hopefully years from now, when they're like, well, what did you do when you turned 30? I went out, mate. I didn't go to a club or a pub. I went out into loud. So yeah, just makes it all the more memorable that it is raining. And I can get home and get dry and see my family and have a lovely day. But yeah, superb trip. I'll see you at some point in April, because obviously whoa, it's trying to do me in this morning, Grain Road. Yeah, I'll see you at some point in April, because obviously it's payday on Thursday. So the second wage goes in bank, I'm buying that lamb sham. And obviously as soon as I've got it, I'm coming camping, getting it out, boys. So yeah, I'll see you all fairly soon, hopefully. But yeah, if you've made it through to the end of the video, thank you as always. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Leave us a comment if you want. Like us, share us on social media, blah blah blah, all that jazz. Canadian geese didn't keep me awake. Didn't really hear them through the night, you know. I can hear them now. Morning! People walking around there and thinking, what the fuck is that lunatic doing? I don't care. Anyway, see you all further on down the road. Bye bye.